my Mahjong friends, welcome. So glad you can join me this evening. And we're coming live from New Jersey and we're going to play on ilovemahj this evening. Hi everyone, pop in the chat and tell me where you're from if you're online tonight. Hello my Mahjong friends, it's our Tuesday night live clinic. Whether you're a beginner or advanced or somewhere in between, you're sure to be here to pick something up from this clinic. Tonight we'll be talking about good habits to help your Mahjong game. So join us. It takes time to make a change to a good habit from a bad, and over time you'll be happy you did. Helps and improves your overall game. I'll also give you some helpful tips to break those bad habits. Habits are things you do regularly and don't think about. Either that's how you learned to play or how you decided to skip the process. So sometimes you get a bit sloppy in your play. It becomes natural part of your play because you've done it so many times. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Hi Kathleen, so happy you're here. She's watching from Connecticut, which brings us to my Mahjong friends map. So where is everybody tonight? When we went offline last week, we had Sue from Virginia pop in and tell us she's from Virginia. So hi Sue if you're on tonight. We have Linda from Ohio. We have Deb from Nebraska. And we have Susan from South Carolina. Thanks girls for popping in. And we have 26 out of the 50 states, so we're halfway there. And I forgot to mention, I think a week or two ago, we had Anita from India. I was like, what, from India? I thought that was crazy. And we have Shannon from Oregon. I think we already have Oregon on there, yep. So hopefully we can fill in some of the, I guess, the west side of the map, and then we have our central states that we're really missing a lot. I guess we're on a little too early for them. I guess it's like their dinner time right now, but hopefully they come back and watch this later in the evening for them. So as I said, we're talking about good habits, but let's start with our bad habits. So some of the habits we have may have negative consequences in our game that can result in a dead hand. We're not going to go through bad habits because I'm trying to enforce good habits. Today we're talking about things that can improve the quality of your game and protect against a dead hand and help you in your game. I have a whole playlist of good habits on my YouTube channel, which you're on tonight, but you're watching the live stream, but take some time and go back and look at all the playlists that I have, and I have a whole list of good habits playlist. I'm talking about some of them this evening, and I'll be adding new good habits as we go along to my playlist of videos. So first, let's start off with my number one good habit, and we're going to go through the process of how we play the game. So setting up the walls. So a lot of people take a lot of time in doing this. They get lost in how many they've put up on the wall. So a fast and efficient way is to set up your walls. If you can envision, you have your rack, tiles to the left, 4 tiles to the right, 4 tiles to the left, 4 tiles to the right, and 3 in the middle. That gives your base of 19, and then you can stack it 2 high. Again, for a better reference of this, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, please look at the video in my Good Habits playlist. It's called Setting Up Your Wall. The second thing to be a good habit is breaking the wall. There are some games where people don't even break the wall. The rule was stated to prevent cheating. So it's just like cutting a deck of cards. When we cut a deck of cards, you cut it in half and put the other one on top. It randomizes where you're going to start picking tiles. So you want to roll the dice and you want to randomize where you cut the wall, and you start from the right side to the left on counting the number. So say you roll a 4. You count 4 stacks, hold those tiles back, and the rest are pushed to the center of the table. That little wall should stay in position where it was originally. And you want to think about that because you're going around the table to the left, pushing out walls. So you want to make sure that wall's there so you can see it when the end of the third wall is gone, you go right into that little fourth wall. Number 3, pushing out walls. Rule is always left of east. Good habit is always drawing from the center of the table. There should be no tailing or putting a T at the back end of the wall. Yes, although this is helpful for many, and helps your opponents, there is a penalty if you pick from the wrong end of the wall. So we're not going to tail it or put a T on it to help our opponents. Number 4 good habit, dealing. Each person should take their own tiles and put them stacked in front of them and wait till everybody's completed the deal. Now, to keep track of where you are in the how many tiles you've picked, on your card is broken into 3 panels. When you're picking the first stack, put it on the first panel. Then you pick the next stack, put it in the center panel on your card. The third stack should go in the final panel, and then this way you know you have all 3 picks that you went around with, and then everybody grabs one more tile, except for obviously East, they get 1 and 3. And then you can take all those tiles and put it in the sloping part of your rack. Everyone will have 13 and East will have 14. Next thing for a good habit is pyramid. The pyramid is stacking on the second left in the Charleston. This is such a good helpful tip. So stacking means taking the 2 tiles and putting the third one on top. So that's a stack. And this is only done on the second left, not on the across or on the right. It's only on the second left. This is both a visual and a tactile use, so you can remember you did the second left. Number 6, my good habit is picking a hand. This is probably my biggest pet peeve. Time people spend picking a hand. The problem is you don't know the card. Learn the card. I have a whole video series on my playlist about mastering the card. So try to learn the whole card. In addition to that, play the whole card. If you teach yourself never to play concealed or singles and pairs or quints, or you always try to go for the easy hands, which might be the pung kong hand, or you play all one suit, you are limiting yourself to only a very small percentage of the card, and you're missing out on additional hands to play and opportunities to help develop your brain in learning new patterns. The best is to be flexible and open, and again, teach yourself the hands and learn the card. Again, there's easy videos on my YouTube channel called Mastering the Card. I put the link in the description below. Number 7, racking. Now there's quite a controversy on racking, whether you should or shouldn't do it. As a beginner, it is so important for you to rack because you don't have the quick thinking as a seasoned player would to discard right away. So racking is the previous tile that was discarded to be unavailable. Follow the steps called PRED, P-R-E-D, which stands for pick, which means pick your tile, which you should pick your tile with your index finger and your thumb on the bottom and swipe it and put it right in your rack. You don't need to look at it. When it's in your rack, you can flip it upside down to get it right side up or however. Then you want to, so we picked, racked, then you want to exchange, do a joker exchange, and then you want to discard to end your turn. So that's the steps you should do on every turn, unless you're going to call for a tile, which we'll get to number 9. Number 8, listen and watch the discards. Be sure people are naming the tiles correctly, and if they are saying the word same, is the same tile that they're discarding as the previous person, or is it a joker? Again, if you don't understand the word same, there is a whole video on that in my YouTube channel. But I'm mentioning it about listening and watching discards. Number 9, calling a tile for an exposure. Now, when you call for a tile for exposure, there is a whole process in doing so. You're going to speak up and say, call, I want that. or whatever you want to say to make sure they stop the play so that you can get that tile. And once you call, you're going to take that tile, place it on top of the rack, not in your rack, on top of the rack, and you're going to expose the additional tiles to make the pung, kong, or quint. Then you're going to do joker exchanges, which is E for exchange, and then you're going to discard, D for discard. So you're going to call, expose, exchange, discard in that order. So get in the good habit of practicing it that way. Call for a tile, take that called tile, place it on top of your rack, not in your rack, and bring up the additional tiles to make a pung, kong, or quint. That is complete. Now you can do a joker exchange, and you can yourself or anyone at the table. That joker goes in your rack or jokers if you do multiple, and then you discard to end your turn and play goes to the right. Number 10, hug your joker. So I have this big thing about people putting up jokers with an exposure, and they put the joker on the right or the left, and then they put up another exposure, and then you don't know where the joker belongs. Does it belong to the first one or the second one, because they don't leave a gap in between? So try to put the joker within the set, meaning have the 2 natural tiles on either side of the joker, giving your joker a little love. And we're on number 11, joker exchanges. Please do not touch anybody's tile. Hand the natural tile to the person that you're exchanging for their joker. They will give you their joker. And the reason why you should do this is because you could knock over somebody else's tiles while you're grabbing their joker. You could show what tiles they have in their hand, and that wouldn't make them too happy. Hand the natural tile to them, and they will give you the joker, and you put it in your rack, and then you discard to end your turn. Number 12, keep tiles together in your rack and additionally keep tiles spaced on top of your rack. So this is 2 parts. There should be no spacing in the sloping part of your rack. So if you have all your tiles in the sloping part of your rack, you should have no spacing. If you have spacing, someone who's observant could see how many tiles you have to discard, because you usually keep them off to the right, or how many tiles you are away from Mahjong, or how your groupings are set up. You have a pair, 3 of a kind, or another pair, meaning you need 3 of a kind, or you have 4 together. So don't put spaces when in the sloping part of your rack. The opposite of that is when you call a tile and you put it on top of the rack, and you have 2 exposures or more, try to give them a little space in between so you know how many exposures are up there. In addition to that, when you do put up an exposure, push it to the left. Then you can put up your next exposure, push it to the left. This way you can keep track of which exposure was up first and then second, in case your hand goes dead, that you have the discussion about what jokers are available, which we're not going to discuss tonight. Again, there's other videos about that, what jokers are available on my channel if your hand goes dead. So again, try to keep the spacing on top, and you do not have to put your exposures up exactly where they belong, because again, you're giving insight to your hand. So try out these good habits and see if you can implement them in your game. Now, how to get these good habits introduced to your game? Be mindful. Let's rewire our brains and quit the bad habits and be aware of your current habits. How do you set up? How do you build your wall? How do you deal? What do you do in the Charleston? How do you do exposures? Are you picking it up from the table and putting it on top first? How do you do your joker exchanges? Be kind and hand it to someone, the tile, and they'll hand you the joker. Watch how you arrange your tiles, both in the sloping part and on top. So of these, which ones could you change in your game? Have determination. what habit affects my game playing? Make notes of things that you would like to change and why. Maybe you did something in the past and you're like, wow, I made my hand go dead because I put the tile in my rack, and when I brought it up, I didn't put up enough. You know, maybe you're supposed to put 4 up and you only put 3. But if you had put it up on top when you picked up the discarded tile, you would have counted pulling up the other tiles. So take note of maybe some mistakes you made and how could you change it based on some of the things I told you. With the determination, do you want to really make a change? Maybe you're fine with the way you're playing. You don't like the suggestions I gave. Again, they're not rules, they're just suggestions for good habits. Positive mindset. Once you make that list that you want to change, keep a sticky note on your card and bring it with you to your next game. Maybe work on one of those actions that you want to change that I suggested tonight, and think before you do something, and it will take an amount of time to break the habit, but keep working on it and have positive talk to yourself, develop tricks to remember, and lots of patience. So for example, 2 tricks that I gave you tonight is the word pred, which is on a normal pick from the wall. You're going to pick, rack, exchange, discard, and then seed with a C. You're going to call, expose, exchange, discard. So those are 2 tricks that helps me remember the process of playing. Number 4, you're going to practice, practice, practice. The more you practice the good habit, whether it be playing online, in person, or listening to others to learn more good habits, listening to a podcast, listening to YouTubers who talk about Mahjong, read books about Mahjong from the library, take a class to level up your game and learn new habits so you can break some of your bad ones. Number 5, reward. Maybe the list that I gave you tonight of the 12 habits, you actually do some of them. So make yourself feel good about it, and notice that, wow, I do most of that stuff. I'm a good player. I have good habits. Celebrate your small victories. If you have a list of ones that you want to change and you complete it, give yourself a check mark. Number 6, be the best player you can be. So these good habits are implemented so that you can have control over your hand and the game that you're playing. It helps make better decisions and be a better player. And it also, you want to model yourself on how you would like to, the way you play is how you would like others to play with you. So try to have good habits and enjoy playing, and most of all, smile when you play, because it makes everyone else feel good, and it'll eventually make yourself feel good because they'll smile back at you. So if anybody wants to pop in and talk about anything that they do that they want to change, or that they're suggesting is a good way to play, it's not a rule. These are all just good habits to make in your game. And I'm going to read some of the texts here that people have been popping in and chatting about. So we left off with Sharon from Oregon. Hello, Shannon, again. Kathleen said, has a home in Montana. She's in Connecticut right now, but she watches me from Montana, so I can add Montana to my list. Thanks. I love that, Kathleen. I have a cousin who lives out there. Colleen is watching from Florida, and Roxy is getting in late. Hi, Roxy. So if you missed the very beginning of this, Roxy, go back and try to rewatch it later. As always, if you liked my little presentation tonight, you can give me a thumbs up for enjoying it. I always like to see the feedback. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe below. And also click the arrow down and click all so you get notifications when I go live, or if I post a new video, which I plan, after doing this, I realized I don't have all the good habits up on my YouTube channel. I do have most of them, so I'm going to add some good habits videos, which would go more in detail to each of them. If you want further information about a specific good habit, you can email me. Right above is my email address. It's mahjongclass@yahoo.com. and share this with your friends. Maybe there's someone that you play with that drives you nuts. Maybe she'll see that she doesn't have a very good habit and she can pick up one that we shared with tonight. So you would just click this little arrow and share, and you would copy it and send it over via text or email. I also have a canasta base channel. If you are interested in that, go on over to Canasta Class. I hope to, in the near future, start doing lives also for canasta. It is winter soon, so that's something for an activity for me that I enjoy doing. We're heading on over to ilovemahj to do some games tonight, and we'll see, make sure I do my good habits. Call me out if I don't. We're going to play. You can play on there for 3 weeks. Usually they give you a 14-day trial. If you use my code CB, you can play for 3 weeks. So head on over there and give it a go, and that's where we're headed. So join us. Thanks, Kathleen. She said, great tips for being thoughtful, skilled player. Yep, thank you. In a live game, yes. Online, you can't do all this stuff. Thank you so much. We are going to play Game Lunch. Play with bots, official game, and we're playing advanced. I've been playing that a lot lately and I seem to like it. And we have our timer off because I talk a lot when I play.
First, Charleston.
We're going to sort by suit, and as always, we look for our pairs, and then we look for things that might go with it. So we have 2, 6, 8. We are missing the 4. We have some 6s and 8s here. We could play 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's get rid of the 1, the 7, and we'll go with the 3. We pulled in a 4, 9, and 1. We certainly don't need the 9 and 1, so let's bring on over the 4. We'll get rid of the 1, the 9, and the 7. So I'll play in the 2, 4, 6, 8 category. I'm trying to collect all 2, 4, 6, 8 regardless of suits. I'm not going to pass 2 wins. I'll pass 1 and then pass the number 1. We pulled a 6. Fabulous. We're getting there. Now I do have 2 easts I have to pass, but I think I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. It looks like we're playing all 1 suit. So let's continue. I'm going to get rid of a 2, an east, and a 7. We picked up, oh, we got some more 8s. Maybe we're playing the second hand in 2, 4, 6, 8. But I'm going to get rid of these 3. I know I'm getting rid of a 6, but we're getting down to the wire now, and I have to do a cross. I don't need the 2 dot. I think we're going to settle in on hand number 2. I think it's one of my favorite hands.
Courtesy pass.
We have 3 to pass here. We could keep the green, and we could play the bottom hand concealed, but we do need 2 flowers as well as 2 dragons. So maybe we'll just do 2 so that we can keep our hand pretty flexible. We can play line number 2, 2, 4, 6, 8 with 8s. We could play the concealed hand. We could play line number 1, all 1 suit, or line number 3, all 1 suit, and I think I passed a 6 dot. Maybe we'll get it back. Let's just do 2. I'm just pausing because I'm reading. Susan says, my group puts the tail at the end of the wall. Should I tell them not to continue? I think if you are trying to play National Mahjong League rules strictly, which I say strictly in the sense that there's a lot that play them loosely, and I would, Susan, watch my video about tailing the wall, and maybe share it with them and then have a discussion about if you should continue to do it. Now, most people will want you to continue to do it because they don't want to have to remember that. But I guess depending on why you're playing this game, I feel like you become lazy if you continue to put the tail on it. You want to always reach for the center of the table and draw the tile from the center of the table. You're never doing the back end. You're always reaching to the center of the table. So that's how I remember. And again, you can make it a habit by always reaching. So that'll help you learn which way to pick from. So that's a good habit to get into. And the reason why, again, you shouldn't tail is there are penalties for picking from the wrong end. And, watch that video, and it's called Tailing or Putting a T on the End on my YouTube channel, and share it with them and then have the discussion. Okay, Susan? All right, back to here. We're playing 2, 4, 6, 8. We're finished with the Charleston. We're now into the game, and I'm east, and I'm going to discard a wind.
West, 7 bam. 4 crack.
So I'm still not committed to my hand yet. There's quite a few options that we went through. So I'm going to wait for tiles that will push me towards my hand. I'm looking for more 2, 4, 6, 8 or a flower or another dragon.
9 bam. 7 bam. 7 crack. 8 dot.
I'm not calling for anything yet because I don't know what I'm playing. I don't think we're going to use this too, but I can get rid of the north first.
North. Green.
There goes one green dragon and one flower's out.
8 crack.
Oh boy, the 8s are going out. 8 dot, 8 bam. Oh, we got another 8 bam. We got an 8 crack out here too. Okay, let's keep chipping away. Maybe we're playing the concealed hand. We need a flower and a green dragon.
8 bam. 1 dot. Flower.
Flowers are going out.
North.
There's no, you could play 2 and 8 with opposite dragons, but we don't have enough dragons. Gonna let it go.
Red.
And I was speaking of line number 5.
9 dot. 4 dot.
Another 2, which would go with the bottom hand. Okay, I'm gonna do it, I think. I think I'm gonna push forward, although we're missing a 4. We're missing 3 pairs. Let's try it. We can always go to the top hand of 2, 4, 6, 8.
Mahjong.
Well, we're not doing nothing because Annie just won. Yikes. So Annie won East and West with the little run, and that's line number 2 in Winds and Dragons. Amstead played 1, 3, 3, 5. That's in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 category, line number 2. He had a long way to go. I'm not sure. He was trying for line number 2, but he had the wrong 5s with the 3s, so he was really off. And Kurt was playing Flowers, 2023 with the dragons, maybe? He wasn't sure. Yeah, he said line 3, but he could have been playing 2023 line 1 also. So he had a bit to go. I guess they commit to their hands right away. Excuse me. Okay, let's start our next game. Congrats to Annie.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. Oh, as I said, congrats to Annie. I probably should have line number 13. When someone wins, make sure you congratulate the winner and validate their hand. Most of the time, sometimes when I win, I don't get any validation from the players. Everybody's always like, where's my flower? Who had my 2 dot? Just make sure you verify. I should add number 13 to that because that's definitely something that would be a good habit, is to get the winner to congratulate them and verify their hand. So let's go here. Sorry, I just thought of that when I said congratulations, Annie. Let's sort by suit, which we did, and we're looking at our pairs. We have a pair of 9s. We can play 5, 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, Oh, and we have some wins. Let's get rid of the 4, the 3, and the 8. We'll stay 5, 7, 9. Maybe we should keep the 3. Get rid of this 5. Should we also do all cracks? Let's see what happens. Oh, we picked up more 9s. And a 7. And I don't know why we're keeping these wins. Maybe we could keep the 3 and get rid of the E's. This is a terrible pass, 2 wins. But I want to stay true to 5, 7, 9. There's no wins in 5, 7, 9. Oh, we picked the 1. And we'll get rid of the north. We'll continue. We have a terrible pass of a 6, a 4, and a 6. Yikes. A 1 and a 9. Oh, you know what? Maybe we could play, which would be a stretch, line number 7, but then we're not using these 9s. Line number 7, 3, 5, 7. In the middle with 1 and 9 at the end. We could try it. Or we could try 5, 7, 9. We need one more to pass here. I'll do the 1. A north, an 8, and an east.
Courtesy pass.
Nothing. 3 tiles. We'll see what happens. I don't know if we're going to get this. Maybe we could play all 9s, but then we don't have any flowers. I'm thinking 1 and 9 with 3, 5, 7.
North.
And we got the 1 back from earlier.
So, 8 crack.
We don't need the 4 or the 6.
6 crack. 6 dot. 3 bam. 6 crack.
Oh, we got another 9. That's good.
4 bam. East.
Then we got to get all these pairs.
Flower. 8 crack.
Oh. What could we, maybe 1, 3. I'm going to get rid of the 1 crack.
1 crack. 2 dot. 4 crack. 7 crack.
1 7's out.
8 dot. West. 1 crack. 3 crack. 8 dot. 6 bam.
I don't know what I'm playing. It's a mess.
4 dot.
Maybe playing 1 and 9. Or all 9s. We get to play 1 and 9 this way. Let's get rid of the 1 dot.
9 crack.
Oh, there's a 9.
3 dot. South. 4 crack. Red.
We have a lot of 9s.
6 crack.
We can play 5, 7, 9, 9.
North.
Oh, we gotta wait. Maybe we should play with, but we have no flowers. I don't like it that we don't have any flowers.
7 dot. Call. 1 dot. South.
Of course, we're getting all the dragons now.
3 dot. 6 bam. 3 dot. 4
Come on, we need a 3, 5, 7. I think 1 7's out, 1 3's out.
8 crack. North. 2 crack.
That's why you don't go for a hand with pairs,
4
right?
dot.
3 dot.
3
Nope.
dot. 4 dot. 6 bam. 9 bam.
Jeez, they're all going out.
South.
That's the
West.
first 9 bam. I don't think any 1 bams went out yet. Oh, 1 bam too.
5 crack. 5 dot.
I don't want to commit to the hand until I start getting pairs. Oh, we got a flower. Maybe we just play nines. I think we're down to nines. Let's get rid of these ones.
1 bam. 3 bam.
I think we're doing any like numbers.
Flower. 2 crack. 4 crack. 2 crack. 3 bam. 1 bam. So.
And we're not getting any of these here.
8 bam.
Wonder what Annie's playing. 5 7 7 9.
4 crack. 5 dot.
It's terrible.
7 bam. East. 4 bam.
Nobody played the wins either. There was a lot of wins going
6
around.
crack. 3 crack.
Yikes.
3 crack. 1 bam. 3 crack. West.
Somebody must have the although there's 2 5s out. Here's one, I think, and I think another one out. Maybe all the 5s are out.
2 bam.
It's a terrible hand.
So. 2 crack. 2 bam. Flower.
There goes another flower. A 6.
8 dot. Call. Flower.
Oh boy.
West. 2 bam.
All the flowers out. 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers are out.
East. 1 crack.
I think I got all the ones.
Joker. Mah Jongg.
Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't throw it to him. So Kurt got 2 and 8 with opposite dragons, but he had 4 jokers. Good for Kurt. Then we have Annie, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 away from Mahjong. Then we have Amstead, 2 flowers with 5s. He was trying to play all 5s. So that's why we weren't getting our 5 here. There was 2 out, 1 out, I guess, and 2 here. So that's a bummer. Okay, let's get on to our next game. We got to get a winner here. That hand never came together. 7 and 9, which is an odds. So we don't need a south, a 2, and an 8, I guess. Maybe we'll do a 6. A 2 and the 8. And let's see what else. Maybe we'll keep upper numbers. Let's get rid of the 3. A 6, a north, and a 1. Let's sort by suit. We have a 2. Oops, let's hit continue.
Second Charleston.
We have a 2 and 8. We could play 5, 7, 9, 9. Let's do that. That's hand number 6. We need a lot of flowers, but we have the pairs this time. Let's try hand number 6, part B. So let's get rid of this 5. Oh, we got the 9. Perfect. 2, 8, 7. And then we don't need this 5, 3, or north.
Courtesy pass.
We have 3 to pass. So we're going to play 5, 7, 9, 9. Oops, I'm really messing this up. So we have to get these 9s over here. We have the 3 9s in BAMs. We need 3 9s in cracks, which we could use jokers. We have our pairs, and we do need a bunch of flowers. Let's pass 3.
So.
Oh, we got another 7. We can keep it and see what happens.
Flower.
Can't call for that flower yet. I need another joker.
1 crack. 3 crack. 5 dot. 6 bam. North. 7 crack. 5 crack.
Oh, another 7.
2 bam.
5, 7, 7, 9. Maybe we're switching hands.
North. 3 crack.
Yeah, definitely switching hands. When you start pulling more stuff, we're going to switch hands.
7 crack.
So we are ready to call for each of our groupings, and I'm setting my hand up to do so. I have my 5s. I'm ready to call for my 7s. I'm ready to call for my 7 bams, and I'm ready to call for my 9s. So I'm set.
9 dot. 5 bam.
I'm going to get rid of my flower, I think.
Flower. 2 crack. South. 9 bam.
I'm going to call. I'm ready.
Call. 7 crack. 6 dot. 6 bam. 8 bam. East. Call. 6 bam. Red. 3 dot.
8 bam, huh? We don't need it.
Bam. Red.
Remember, we can exchange over here for the east.
3 dot. 9 crack. 1 dot.
Always have a tile ready to discard
2
so
crack.
that you don't have to waste time making that decision. Now, he's probably needs this west, but I'd rather get rid of it sooner than later.
West.
Oh, didn't call for it, so maybe he's playing a quint.
South. 4 crack. Call. 5 bam. 1 bam. North. North. 5 bam. 3 bam.
Oh, we could do a joker exchange. Very nice. We are 1 tile away, either a 7 bam or a 7 dot for Mahjong,
5 bam.
or a 4 crack for an exchange.
3 crack. 1 bam. South.
That was a great to see how I switched hands.
2 crack.
I allowed the tiles to dictate to where I was playing.
5 crack. 4 bam.
2 crack, nobody
2
needs.
crack. 7 bam.
And there's our winning tile. So we're slide this over, and that becomes our pung. So we're gonna say Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Yay! So that's that pung kong hand, line number 2 in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We have Amstead, who was playing East and West, which I knew he was doing. He needed the West, but he didn't have enough tiles to call for it. So he's playing East and West with dragons, line number 3. And he's playing 2 flowers, 4, 4. Oh, the addition hand, 4 plus 4 is 8. Very cool. I don't get to play those too often. I have to really teach them to myself. Kurt's playing 2, 4, 6, 8, the pung kong hand. He was 2 tiles away from Mahjong. He was almost there, that Kurt. Next hand,
First Charleston.
sort by suit. And we have a pair of 4s. We could play 2, 4, 6, 8. We can play consecutive run of like 4, 5, 6, but we don't have any flowers. We could try to keep, let's see, can we keep both 4, 5, 6 and 2, 4, 6, 8? We can. Let's maybe take back this 9 and put the east up. We pulled a 2 and a 7. We don't like those tiles. Let's get rid of the 2. Oh, and then we got green dragon. Unless we do 2 and 8 with opposite. Let's get rid of the 9 and the 5. Maybe we could play 2 and 8 with opposite dragons. There's not many hands that use both dragons. Oh, another 2 and a 4. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yikes. 2, 4, 6, 8 with 2s. Or 2, 4, 6, 8 with 4s. Maybe we should play like numbers. Let's do like numbers, either 2s or 4s. So let's get rid of the 6 and 8. We're gonna hit continue, and we got fours. So let's do 9, 1, and let's get rid of one of the greens. A 5, 1, and 3. We could play 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of this 2. I'm keeping all options open. You can see I'm going all over the place. A 1, an 8, and a 7 we don't need.
Courtesy pass.
We picked another 2. So maybe we're playing 2, 3, 4. We have the matching dragons to all our 4s. I'm thinking we should play with all the 4s. I know it's terrible to get rid of this. Maybe we could keep it and see if we get flowers, and then we play 2, 3, 4. So this is crazy, but we're only going to do 1 tile. Pass that.
Flower.
Got a 5. We don't need that. We need flowers, and they're already going out. Here's a 5.
2 dot. Flower. Flower.
Ah, of course, they know we need flowers.
Red. 1 crack.
Oh, we could play 20, 23. Ah, I should have kept that red.
9 dot. 5 crack.
Should have kept that red.
5 dot.
We could have played 20, 23 with dragons, but again, we need flowers.
1 bam. East. 3 bam. Flower.
Ah, oh my gosh. That is one thing about these bots. They throw those flowers out very early on.
1 dot. 1 crack. 7 bam. 1 dot. 5 crack. 5 bam.
A 1, 1, 2, 3. I don't think so. We're going to try to use all our pairs.
7 crack. Green. 1 crack.
Yeah, we got another 4, so maybe 2, 3, 4.
3 crack. 3 dot.
Yeah, we don't have any other. We need flowers. Damn it.
6 dot.
And how many flowers are out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers are out. That's slim pickings. That's slim pickings. 2, 3, 4. Did I get rid of the ones? Ones are all out. It's not worth keeping.
3 bam. Call. 9
Oh,
bam.
he wanted it anyway. Good thing. A 6.
8 bam. 9 bam. 4 crack.
Oh, I got rid of the red by accident. I thought I clicked on the 6. Oh well. A 3.
3 crack. 8 dot. 7 bam. 8 dot. 9 crack. Call. 6 dot. 9 bam.
6s. 2, 4, 6 with 4s. I mean, that would be crazy to go all the way to 2, 4, 6 with 4s. You could do 4 plus 4 is 8 also. Did the 8s already go out? I need 8 cracks. Are they out? They are not out. Let's get rid of this.
Green. So. South. Call. 2 bam. 8 bam. 6 crack. 5 dot. 2 bam. 2 dot. 1 dot.
It's crazy if I play a 2, 4, 6 hand. I was looking to play all 4s.
8 bam.
Oh, we're missing all our flowers.
Call. 6 crack.
We only need 1, 6 and 2, 4, 6, 8 line number 2 with 4s.
Dot.
Now we got a flower. Of course we did. So I was thinking of playing 2, 3, 4. We don't need the white.
So. Flower.
Ah,
4 crack. 8 bam. 7 bam. 7 bam. South. 3 dot.
Oh, there goes 1 3 dot. Oh, there's 2 3 dots out. Can't call for it. We don't have. Oh, and here comes the 8. Do I do 2 4 6 8 with 4s and 4s? We don't need this 6 anyway.
6 crack. 5
You only
dot.
need a 4 and a 6.
North.
Keep whittling it down.
Crack.
We need a pair. That's the first one to go out, I believe. A 7 we don't need.
7 crack. 3 dot.
Can't call that 3 dot. We need another joker. That's the third 3 dot out. That's a problem.
Red.
Oh, we got another flower. Yikes. I was thinking we're going to play 2 4 6 8 with 4s and 4s. But now we got the flower. We can play 2 3 4, but we need at least 2 more jokers. That's a hard decision to make because we don't have the 4 dots either. Let's let them go.
4 dot. 5 bam. 9 dot. 1 dot.
Oh, we got a joker. Well, let's try it. 2 3 4. Let's get rid of this.
8 crack. So. 2 dot. East. Mah Jongg.
Ah. Oh, he had our 8s for 2 4 6 8, but that was interesting how I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But all the 3 dots were out, so I did need another joker. I was hoping I could do a joker swap, and there looks like to be some jokers still out there. There's 1 2 3 4 5 6. There's 2 more, so we could have maybe gotten a joker. So I ended up doing 2 3 4. I was going to get rid of this 4 and 6. I had thought maybe 2 4 6 8 with 4s and 4s, but the 4 dots they never came out. And I don't see anybody with, oh, here's 1 4 dot. Nobody has 4 dots, so maybe they were still in the deck. So anyone, East and West, 7 8 9, nice little hand she had there, line number 2. Anstead had South and 4 5 6. He was trying to get North and South, so the same hand but playing 4 5 6. And Kurt had 1 3 5 7 9, the very first line in 3 different suits. I think we could start another hand. I want to end on a good note. We have 3s, a bunch of 3s, so we can play like numbers with a wind. 3 4 5 3 4. We could play 3 4 3 4. Let's get rid of the 1, the 9, and the 7. We have a 9. Oh, a pair of 9s. Maybe 3 6 9. We have 3s, 9s, and a 6. Maybe we should just stick with 3 6 9. 9, and there's the 5 that we just got rid of. It's okay. So 3 6 9. Well, there's some more 9s.
Second Charleston.
3 6 9. 3 6 9. 3 6 9. We're missing a 6 here, so we could maybe use this, but then you need the matching dragon with line number 6. We need the white dragon. There is a 3 6 9 hand in singles and pairs, but you need matching dragons. We can play flower 3 6 9. Maybe we're not using this 3. We only need 1 more. Let's get rid of this 3. We have 3 to pass here. Oh, we picked up another 9. And the red. We should try for that closed hand, shouldn't we? The closed hand is 3 pair of 6s, which we don't have, 3 9s, 1 dragon, or even the closed hand in 3 6 9? Or do we play 3 6 9 with 9s and 9s? Maybe do just pass 1? I don't think we're going to use this flower. I'm doing it. I'm passing a flower. Unless we play 3 6 9. All right, we'll just pass 1. We'll do a blind here. I don't often do that. I always like to get maximum of my tiles, but there's a couple hands I could be playing. So let's just pass 1.
Courtesy pass.
We got a 4. We're just going to pass 1. We got an east.
East.
Let's see if we can find that push tile that's going to push us into a particular hand. Okay, there goes a 9 dot. Oh, we got a green, but it's not the dragon we want. We're going to do red and white. So let's get rid of the green.
Green. 4 bam. 1 bam. South.
Got a 4.
North. 1 dot. Green.
We don't want the green. Oh, now we got a 3. I'm going to get rid of it.
4 bam. 3 bam. 4 dot. South. North. Flower. Flower.
Eesh.
3 crack.
We already have our 3s. Another green.
East. West. 1 crack.
A 1 we don't need. We're looking for 3 6 9.
Red. 1 dot.
Another red. That would be the dragon. There's no matching dragon. You could play 3 6 9 with opposite dragons, but we already got rid of our green. Let's get rid of this.
4 dot.
Dragons are always the first to go for me if I don't think I'm going to use them. Ah, we keep getting those 3s. I guess I should have kept them.
Crack. 7 crack. 8 dot.
Another 9. We don't have, we're missing our 6s here, like for 3 6 9. Let's get rid of these 9s, unless we play 3 6 9, but we need a pair of 6s. And get rid of this.
9 bam.
I'm going to try some concealed hands and see what happens.
2 bam.
We need some more 6s. Oh, we got a flower.
5 dot. 7 crack. 2 dot.
Ah, another flower. Flower, flower. 3 6s are missing. 9 is the only hand we'd be able to. We need a pair of 6s. I don't think I want to play that. How am I going to get a pair of 6s? I mean, I need a pair of 6s if I'm playing concealed also. I need 1 6. I'm going to get rid of 1 flower.
9 crack. 9 crack. North.
This hand's going nowhere.
7 dot. 1 dot. 4 dot. 9 bam. 7 crack. West. 2 bam. 5 crack. 5 dot.
It's going to be a wall game, I feel like.
5 bam. 2 dot.
Oh, it's 6, but it's not the right 6 unless I play 3 6 9 with flowers. All right, I'm going to give up on the singles and pairs hand with the matching dragon. So let's get rid of the red.
Red. 7 dot. 5 dot. 3 bam. 4 dot. 1 bam. 3 dot.
I don't think I can call for anything. I don't want those 3s. I want the 3 cracks. Oh, we got this 3 6 9. So what if we did? I don't think we can. Okay, let's look at number 1. Line number 1 would be 3 and 6 in one suit and 6 and 9 in the other. We need 6 cracks. Line number 2 would be flower, 3 cracks, 6 bam, 9 dots. That's pretty good. Line number 3 would be 3 and 6. 3 and 6. I don't want to do that. You need 3 and 6. 3 and 6 and 9. Yikes. Don't like that one. This would be the dragons, which we gave up on already. We have 3, 6, 9, but then what are we going to do the back end with? 3s or 9s? I think I just got rid of my 2 9s, so we'd have to do it with 3s. We could try that one. That's kind of nice. Or we could still go for the bottom hand. I think we're getting rid of our 6 or 9s. Let's get rid of the 6. I need 4 flowers for 3, 6, 9, and I think one of the 9s is already out. One of the 3s are out. 2 of the 3s are out. We can't play that hand. Let's keep trying for the bottom hand and get rid of my flowers.
Flower. Red. 4 bam. 7 crack. West.
Oh, there's no winds really out. Couple, not many.
South.
I don't, maybe, oh, now nobody's playing them. 6 dot.
Flower. East. 7 dots.
This is stinky.
1 bam. East. Flower. 3 dot. West.
3, 6, 9. There is no hand with matching dragon. There used to be a hand. Oh, we could play 3, 6, 9 with 6s in the middle. That would be nice to play with the dragons. Try for that. Let's get rid of the 6.
6 bam. Call.
Oh.
2 dot. 3 dot. 2 crack.
9 bam.
3 dot. 4 crack. 8 dot. 2 bam.
An 8. Nobody
8
needs.
crack. Joker swap. Joker. Joker. 2 dot.
An 8 dot.
8 dot. Joker. Joker. 2 crack.
I'm going to give a joker.
Joker.
Wall game. Okay. So when it says broke, it means all their tiles are already out. They're not going to be able to make their hand. He was playing 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's line number 2 in consecutive run. So I'm thinking all the 8s were out and he needed jokers and got rid of all those jokers. Oh, 8s were over with Annie. Annie was playing line number 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Kurt was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 3, all in one suit. This hand never came together. I suppose I could have played 2 flowers, but we never got any 6 bams because they're over here. We never would have gotten them. That's a terrible way to end the night, but what are you going to do? So I thank you for joining me tonight. I did want to mention just briefly, over the weekend I held a mini, I guess kind of like a tournament, but it was for charity. In my home I had 24 people and we played Mahjong. And I did it for American Diabetes Association. I raised funds for them. I had all the prizes donated from some wonderful Mahjong shopping. So that's listed on my Facebook page if you want to look at all the things that everyone won. And so all the prizes were donated. We donated over $800 to the American Diabetes Association, and it was 24 people. And we had a wonderful lunch and dessert, and we had a lot of fun. And just keep in mind, these are like the little things you can do to help out charities, to give back to the community. You can host something in your home. It was a lot of fun. I think this is my 4th year doing it. So far I think we raised over $3,000. And so check out my Facebook page, Mah Jongg Class, and you can see about the day, and if you want to donate, the link's there to donate. Also, if you have an association with American Diabetes, or you feel like you want to give to a charity, it's a great thing to do. It warms your heart to see everybody being so generous. And 5:30 for another clinic, and I said 5:30, excuse me, 6:30 for another clinic, and we are going to we're going to talk about some non-traditional ways to play Mahjong. I don't really like to talk about these often, but something came across this weekend and this past Friday. Somebody was talking about a way they play with 3-player, and I think I'm going to share it with you. I'm just trying to get a grasp on it, and even though we play National Mahjong League, what I prefer, because this is the game that I love and how it was intended to be played. So I try to play by all the good habits that I suggested today, because I always want to be the player that I want others to play like. And but there's always room for people who enjoy having a little fun, by adding things and taking away things and doing things different. But again, you're not playing National Mahjong League rules, so it's hard to go play at your aunt's house and play this game, because now you have to teach them your game that you came up with. But I'm going to mention a few things next week, I think. I'm going to talk about some alternate playing for my topic. So if that interests you, or you want to just hear what's out there in the world, join me next week. And as always, we'll play some games. So if you don't like the first part, you can come on a little later and watch some games, and maybe we'll pick up some strategy. Tonight was a little interesting. I did a lot of hand switching, that's for sure. Came very close to a lot of different hands. Not sure if I would change anything. I have to go back and look at it. It's interesting when I edit this about some of the things I see that maybe I didn't see the time before. But if you saw something different and you want to pop it in the chat, or you want to make a suggestion for me of a topic, please put it in the comments below, or shoot me an email. My email's above or to the side. I'd love to hear from you. I always love to hear different things from people about their Mahjong play. So have a good night, everybody, and it was a pleasure being with you tonight, and thank you again. I so appreciate you participating in my YouTube Live. So see you next week. See you on Tuesday. Take care, everyone.